It's going for the gusto. We going for the gusto. Hey, welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. It's a beautiful, beautiful, gloomy Saturday, man. It's kind of chilly, kind of rainy out there, man. How you feeling?
Man, I'm good, man. It's like you say, man. The weather ain't the way I want it to be, but we here, man. We trying to make something happen. We trying to make some shit.
All right, y'all. We didn't do a college episode in about 3 weeks, almost a month, but we here today, and then some real magical things happened in the last 2 to 3 weeks that we gotta catch up on. So we just gonna jump right into it. All right, man. I am proud to say this. After all the slander, after all the slack I gave them all year for their performance, South Carolina. Well, we live a roller coaster lifestyle because you don't know what you're gonna get week in and week out. Some weeks we playing good, the defense doing good, the offense rocking on all cylinders. The next week we throwing picks and we can't cover the run for nothing. But hey, man, week 11, Tennessee, 63 points. Spencer Rattler, 6 touchdowns, 30 for 38, over 400 yards of offense, going crazy. Career highs for him. Man.
That's a game to do it too. Like that. Like I remember, I didn't know how you talking about dark horse at the beginning of the season. The man had let me down. As soon as I decided to lose faith, the man said, "You know what, Rick? I don't know why you lose faith, bro. Because I'm gonna show you something." The man turned up for a check out of nowhere. We was talking about that game before it happened, and we was laughing like, "Yeah, Tennessee now."
Because we went on that little win streak, and I was just like, "We ain't gonna happen against Tennessee." But boy, they proved me wrong, boy.
And the win against Clemson is big. Even though Clemson could have won that game, still that win is big because wasn't it something like Clemson ain't lost a home game, something like that in a super long time. They was like
they haven't lost a home game in
it was like 30
something like that.
Yeah, so they had over 30 something wins in a row at home. So that was a big win.
And then against Carolina, they was 9-0 over the last 9 years. So, we broke that. So we were breaking streaks left and right.
What you think Spencer gonna do? You think he gonna go into the draft? Or you think he gonna try to stay? He got one more year, right? He can.
Yeah, he got one more year. He a junior. But I've been looking at the draft boards, draftscout.com, all these third party draft sites that you never really heard of before, but I guess they're credible. So what I've been seeing is, since he had a strong game against Tennessee, had a strong game against Clemson, and then if he plays well against Notre Dame, he could declare. That could be just enough. Them 3 games late in the season could be just enough for him to go this year, maybe a 4th round or a 5th round talent. And people will probably be watching this and be like, "No, ain't no way, no." But man, listen, you got Zach Wilson, who went 2nd overall, and that was just because his mechanics look good, or that's just because he
Zach Wilson had a good season. He had a good season too, though. He had a good season, and he had premier arm talent. He made some throws at the combine. Not at the combine, at his pro day. And they were BYU went 11-1 that season. They were he been consistent all year. Spencer ain't been consistent, but I will say this: I think he'll go. I think if he go right now, he'll probably be a 2nd round, 3rd round pick because CJ Stroud got a lot to prove. He probably will still be the first quarterback taken, and then everybody's kind of big on Will Levis from Kentucky, which I ain't super big on him, but. After that, the Bryce Young thing is kind of up in the air. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just stopped talking about her and the hook out of nowhere. They were just like, "Nah, we ain't finished." So I can see him. I can see a team saying, "You know what? He got the arm talent. Let's take him 2nd, 3rd round, see if he can mature a little bit." I mean, I can see him going that high, honestly.
I mean, because that's all it's about. Because like when he came in, he was a number one quarterback. He was the number one overall recruit in his class. So they're saying, hey, if he can like, we saw the flashes of arm talent at Oklahoma. We saw the flashes of arm talent at South Carolina. We did see some bad decision making. We did see some errant throws, but who don't do that? But then they also gonna say we get him inside an NFL locker room with a good quarterback coach and a good and other veterans, older guys that can like kind of show him the ropes. Then they can believe that
more
hey,
talented
we can get
people.
him to be. Yeah, you can get him to believe that hey, he can be a decent backup or a low quality starter, something like that. But it's all based on the potential. That's all they draft is anyway.
If you get him inside a locker room and then you get him a number one receiver, where like in certain situations, like whenever if you're gonna make a bad throw, make it to your number one receiver, give him a chance. So teams probably feel like that too. Like depending on the kind of team, like like a San Fran or somebody who say, I know we got weapons, we don't necessarily got the quarterback we want just yet. You know what I'm saying? But in the same breath, if we can get somebody like that who we know got the arm talent, and we say, hey man, when the play breaking down, find George Kittle or something like that.
Yeah,
they might take him a lot earlier, but that's just.
I mean,
but like you said, he got to play Notre Dame, so we're gonna see. We're gonna see what he do in that game.
Yeah. So I guess to wrap up this South Carolina conversation, well, what was the impact that South Carolina played over the last 2 weeks of the season? Because that shook up the CFP. That shook it up real bad because they all thought, hey, if Tennessee
it made Clemson. It knocked Clemson out.
It knocked Tennessee out too because they were saying, hey, if Tennessee win the rest of their games after that one loss they took, and then depending on what happens with Georgia and LSU, they could make it. It was a bunch of what if scenarios, but then boom, Tennessee lost. Boom, I gave them 2 losses. They gone. They gave Clemson that second loss. Boom, all right, they gone. No matter if they won they bowl game or not the bowl game. If they won their championship game or not, boom, they gone.
And they did good in the championship game too. So,
and even with all the little shakeups that did happen, TCU losing, the other
USC.
team losing,
USC
losing. They still didn't make it. So let's just say if Clemson had beat South Carolina and won a championship game, they could have been in the playoff. They could have.
They would have been in 100% because when you break it down, whoever Ohio State and TCU, none of them necessarily got super duper like they all got decent ones, but not a lot of big ones. Ohio State only had one big win, which is Penn State, and then they got beat down by Michigan anyway, which by the way I call that. But they got beat down by Michigan, so if it came down to it, Clemson would have probably got in with the one loss, and then Tennessee. I'm not sure because people had LSU like LSU had 3 losses too, and they had LSU up there, so. I don't think a 3-loss team should have made it, but I can see why they would have put LSU in there if they had the chance.
Yeah. Sure. All right, man. So I guess Spencer Rattler's showing people, hey, I'm here. That's who this is who I always was. Oklahoma didn't really work out. South Carolina was kind of rocky, but people got behind me and I was behind them, and we all believed in each other. And hey, we're turning out to have like a good turnout at the end of the year. So, man, I guess we will see after this bowl game what Spencer does, and then we will see how this CFP shake out. But speaking of the CFP, the matchups are set. You got Georgia, Ohio State, and you got Michigan, Tennessee. So, what's your prediction for the playoff?
I got Georgia, Michigan I got Georgia by 10 in the championship game. I think TCU had a good season, but they're not stopping Michigan from running the ball. It ain't like Michigan will run the ball, dominate through, get physical with them. TCU, I feel like the game will be close kind of in early on,
Yeah.
But I think Michigan is going to end up pounding on them, pounding on them, pounding on them. TCU going to roll over and say, yeah, we had enough, bro. Georgia just looked like the best team in the country. And it's not close the way it look right now. CJ Stroud plays bad in every big game, man. It's like it don't make sense, man. I didn't even want him in the Heisman thing at this point because, it's teams like he play at teams like Northwestern and throw like 170 yards or something. Like, what you doing, bro? Like, but they play these sucky teams and he turn up. So his stats at the end of the season look super good because he threw 5 touchdowns against somebody random, and then in the games where it matters, where he's supposed to be a star, I don't be seeing it from him. Sometimes he look like he's standing in the pocket. He look confused. He's supposed, in my opinion, he got the best receiver in college. He got Mom Harrison Jr. who be dogging people. Just throw him there.
Oh yeah, and he got the other boy. His name starts with E. Eba. Sorry, man. I always get the name wrong, but it starts with an E.
You talk about Jackson, Enigba, Smith, Enigba?
No,
that's what you talking about.
He only played like 2 seasons. He only played 2 games this year.
Yeah, he been hurt. I know he been hurt. But
the other boy, the name is it's like EGNO.
Oh yeah. I knew you talking about I can't. Yeah. But like you got them people with CJ Stroud just don't look good. And I don't see no scenario where Georgia just don't get physical on them. Their only matchup is to spread Georgia out as far as possible. Everybody line up on the hashes every play and spread them out because they ain't running no ball on Georgia. They ain't stopping Georgia from running the ball. They only hope is to try to score quick. Get up on the scoreboard and make Georgia gotta throw the ball. That's the only chance. But I don't see them. I don't see them doing it. I would be surprised. Y'all, if y'all fire me up in the comments if Ohio State do something, but I don't see it. Then when you get to the championship game, Michigan's strength is to pound on people, right, and run the ball, and Georgia's strength is to stop the run. So it's like that's gonna be They got Big Buddy in the middle. He probably the best defensive player in college football this year. So don't get me Michigan got some hogs now. They got some hogs to run that ball. They run it back. They run it back. I think he coming back. I don't know. Corum got hurt.
No,
the other dude came.
He gone for the year. He had surgery.
He gone for the year. Oh dang! But he was having a great season. But then other buddy coming in and still rushed for over 200 yards. So I think they'll be able to run the ball. They quarterback can make timely throws. I think Michigan one of them teams where they can hit you over the head because they'll pound it. When they do go deep, you're like, dang, I didn't expect them to go deep. You know, your safeties in the box and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They might catch you slipping, but it's. I don't see them being able to get their run game going against Georgia. I think they'll play solid defense. That's why I said in Georgia by 10. Man, I see the game being maybe I can see Michigan scoring late. It'd probably be 30-20 or something in the national championship. That's what I got. I got Georgia.
Man, shoot, hey, them boy might fire me up because I'm about to give you a crazy matchup. Boy, about to be the Big Ten showdown in the college in the championship game. Ohio State and Michigan.
So you got Ohio
run
State.
Run it back. Shoot. CJ Stroud said he want that game back. Run it back. He said, hey man, they beat us in the regular season. He said he gonna beat Georgia and he gonna run it back and win the title. He gonna run it back. And he don't care. So listen. Ohio State, they know they messed up when they had lost to Michigan the first time. They was like, man. So once Michigan got that lead, it looked like they just couldn't make the right throws. They couldn't block well. They couldn't tackle well. They know that they wasn't on their A game. And like how you said, they struggled against Northwestern. They struggled against Notre Dame. And it seemed like, dude, you can't struggle when it counts. Because it counted. And y'all lost to Michigan. And y'all found a way outside of the top 4. And just so happened because USC lose, y'all found yourself back in the top 4. So listen, they gotta put their big boy pants on and they gotta beat Georgia. They got to. This you ever know you felt the times when you be like, man, I mess up, but God opened another door for me. So you know so you can capitalize. This day moment
It is though. It
capitalize.
is.
And I'm
Nah,
saying
it is. I ain't gonna lie. It is. But I ain't gonna lie though. Like, out of all the teams in the playoff, I would want Michigan to win because I want Harbaugh to go ahead and get him one. Honestly, like, I think he deserved. I think this is his time to get one. This is probably his best chance because Michigan on paper they probably the best team in the college football playoff. Like, we talking about roster all the way down. They're probably the most complete team. It's just Georgia just physical, man. Like, that's what it is.
I mean,
so I want Harbaugh to get one.
to expand on you saying like Ohio State got to spread Georgia out. That's exactly what they got to do, because I mean, if they can spread their defense out, you can get them kind of slipping with some stretch plays out the backfield. Get them slipping with some play action, shotgun play action, maybe a little bit of read option, some shot put plays, some intermediate passing. You can beat Georgia now. You can beat them. Like, they're not unbeatable. You can beat them. You just got to have a solid game plan. Let the players believe in the game plan. Like, hey, this is our time. This is our second chance. We just got to get to this. We got to beat this opponent in front of us. That we can get to the title game, and we can restore Ohio State back to prominence. Shoot, I'm pretty sure that's what Ohio State thinking right now. And then Michigan.
You saying Georgia ain't unbeatable, but they look unbeatable. Every big game they had, they beat the other team down. They beat Oregon down. They box up on Tennessee. They box up on LSU. Like, they every big team, they box up on them now.
But then, like I said, like Michigan just run the ball. They run, and then McCarthy, all you gotta do is tell him, yo, just throw the ball 5-6 yards. Throw the ball 8 to 10 yards and let your playmakers get the ball. They literally look like Michigan look like San Francisco right now. All they do is they get the ball to the playmakers and then they run the ball. They got a stable of running backs. Corum might be out for the rest of the year, but they got their backup. The backup be rushing for like 100 a game when Corum be rushing for 150 already, and then he run for 100. So then I'm pretty sure the third string he's gonna run for like 75. So. And then they just gonna pound. They gonna run on TCU because you know TCU come from the Big 12. All them boys do was pass and don't play defense. So
I ain't gonna lie though. I will say this though. In defense of my conference, in defense of us, TCU been playing defense this year. A lot of games TCU won, even Big 12 games. Those games used to be 42-35. They beat us like 17-10. They play. Even the Big 12 championship game wasn't high scoring. TCU ain't had a high scoring game in a while. They play solid defense. I just don't know if their defense is tough enough to do that against Michigan. But they've been playing solid defense. They've been playing better defense than in other years. I will say that to get them boys credit. Like, obviously, I don't think the defense is great, but I think they've been playing better defense than other years, though.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's shoot. But we got that set. Oh, and then my winner is gonna be Ohio State, obviously, since I'm talking them up. So I got Ohio State, Michigan in the championship game. I got Michigan by 3 because that's gonna be a real gritty game. Both teams gonna be like, yeah.
Hold on. No, you mean you got Ohio State by 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got Ohio State by 3. It's gonna be a real gritty game, real gritty matchup. They're gonna have this is gonna be their revenge game, but Michigan ain't gonna go down without a fight. So yeah, I got Ohio State, Michigan, Big Ten showdown for the championship game. Ohio State by 3. So we covered the CFP. Hey, it's the end of the year, baby, and guess what comes at the end of the year? Award season. So college. So the college football awards show came out the other night. So we got the awards up for grabs. We got the Maxwell Award. So that's the best college football player. You got the Davy O'Brien, that's the best quarterback. Doak Walker, the best running back. The Chuck Bednarik, that's the defensive player of the year. John Mackey, that's the best tight end. The Fred Biletnikoff, that's the best wide receiver. Jim Thorpe, best DB, and then the Home Depot Coach of the Year award. So we're gonna start off with the Maxwell. So the Maxwell, they had 3 good quarterbacks. Yeah, Caleb Williams, C.J. Stroud, and they had it wasn't Bryce Young, it was Max Duggan. Those were the 3 finalists, and then Caleb Williams, he ran away with the award. 47 touchdowns, over 4,000 yards passing, a couple of hundred on the ground. That's your college football player of the year, Maxwell Award. So you think he had a strong season? Is it worth it?
Nah, Caleb Williams, he kind of another one. Like Caleb Williams, I felt like won that award this year by default because the people who were supposed to be standout players weren't standout players for the majority of the year. I do think he deserved it. I think he would have been a finalist regardless. Even if Bryce Young didn't get hurt and played all season, and all of that was in there, I still think he would have been a finalist. But I feel like he won that award. I think he gonna win the Heisman too, kind of by default, because nobody else really they got Max Duggan in there because of how he willed his team to a lot of wins, but the stats don't look like I was saying. Like they've been playing a lot better defense this year, so he don't have the overwhelming stats like how Caleb Williams got. So Caleb Williams, he deserved it. He had a good season. He's a threat. I like him. I like him in college. I like him as a QB on the next level too. I think he's a solid player all around. I think USC blew it. USC, I think, had a better chance of beating a lot of the teams in the college football playoff if they had just made it. Obviously, their defense is kind of a joke, but offensively, they could control the clock because Caleb Williams can do it with his arm and his legs. So you gotta give it to him. Good season.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the Davy O'Brien, the best quarterback. They said Caleb Williams was the best college football player. He was the best college football player, but he didn't win the Davy O'Brien. Max Duggan from TCU won the Davy O'Brien. You talk about quarterbacks. You talk about gritty. You talk about he gonna get it on the ground and in the air. He do traffic control. Talk about controlling the game. That's Max Duggan all day, boy. TCU. Yeah. We've seen it all season. And then the other 2 candidates, it was Caleb Williams and it was CJ Stroud. So I mean, hey, you gotta give it to the best quarterback.
It's gonna be the same people for those 3 awards, like Heisman, Davy O'Brien, and So but no, shout out to Max Duggan for that though. I like him from what I've seen. Like what he did against Baylor was big. What he did against Oklahoma State was big. Like they were down in them games, and he willed them back. When you talk about if you want somebody leading your team, you want somebody to go to war with every Saturday. Max Duggan is the guy, man. His teammates love him. You can see that like he willing to put it all on the line for the team, man. He one of them people, man. Like he give you, not as big, but he give you a bit of that Tim Tebow vibe. Like the team gonna rally around him. We gonna go play. We gonna go play for him. So shout out to him for winning that award, man.
All right, man. To get to the next one, the Doak Walker, best running back. Man, listen, he ran away with it. He had over 1,100 yards rushing, 15 touchdowns. He ran away with it. Oh, and then out the backfield, he a threat. He was all around pass protection. Hey, he picking up that block. That blitzing linebacker, that DN that came free, he picking up that block. Y'all should have beat Alabama. He was picking up the blocks, boy.
Yeah.
Hey.
He, shout out to my boy Bijan though. Like that's my guy. Y'all boys know that's my guy. Y'all boys know I'm a long time Texas fan. So like, shout out to Bijan. My boy gonna go high in the draft this year, man. Like you say, he's all around. He can do it all. You know what I'm saying? Big shouts out to him, man. Wish him the best on his NFL career, dog. He's a dog, man. He led all of college football. It's a weird stat. He led all of college football in making the first man miss, and I think yards after the initial contact. I think he led. Y'all can let me know if I'm wrong in the comments now, but I think he led in yards after initial contact and making the first man miss the most in all of college football. Man, he's a talented dude, man. Like, and so like, shout outs to him, man. You know, we leaned on him a lot this year, man. He deserved it. Who was the runner up? You know,
it was Corum.
Corum, yeah. Hey, he had a hell of a season too. So shout out to Corum as well, man. Hopefully he can rest up and be back for next season because he definitely will be a problem.
Ain't no next season. That boy probably going to the draft. Boy, he a junior.
Yeah, but when you end on an injury like that. I don't know because the draft stock might drop because if he just not getting surgery, he'll probably miss the combine.
Yeah, but I mean, if you just go off the tape, they're probably like, hey, he's still a second round talent, you know. Even he might be okay. Who knows? But we get to the next one, the defensive player of the year. I mean, it was called since the beginning of the year, so you know, I think they just gave it to him. To be honest, Will Anderson Jr. from Alabama.
Last year, he would have deserved that award. This year, the production don't look the same. He got the tools, but he didn't look like the same player that like jump off your TV screen like, oh, right there, he's a problem. 31 is a problem. He don't look like he don't look like that. He don't really look like that this year. So, I mean, but shout out to him. He's still a good player. Like, obviously, the way the team started focusing on him more, so it was harder for him. But I thought
double teams,
right. But I still wish he would have had a little bit more production, even though the double team. Like I didn't expect him to have the same season he had last year with the 17.5 sacks. But at least get 10 for me, Baba. So I can say, all right, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Then we can move on to the John Mackey, the best tight end. My favorite tight end this year, Brock Bowers. You give him the ball, he gone. Listen, when I saw the man run for them 2 touchdowns off the backfield, I said, he can run the ball too. We are running back. Boy, listen, that man, them boys said, what was the play call? The play call was like, it was like an in and around. So he was on the line. He motioned out as a receiver. Then he motioned back. Running behind Stinson, he snapped the ball. He faked here and then pitched out, and the man was up the side and he was gone. That was like, he can do that at 6'4". He can do that 6'4", 6'5". He can do that. 250. He can do that. I said, boy,
he got some wheels, man. He got some wheels though. Shout out to him. I like him.
And then he got to come back next year because he only a sophomore, so he got to come back. So next year,
he's a redshirt sophomore or just a sophomore?
Just a sophomore. Because last year he was just a freshman. The man, big playability. He could be a next Gronk. Who knows?
I mean, he got a little bit better wheels than Gronk. He might be like a Kittle or somebody, man.
Yeah, the man got some speed. That size, like that, boy.
Right, because the way they use Kittle or the way they use Kelsey in Kansas City, like he looked like he all around like that kind of player.
Yeah. And all right, so we gonna move on to the Biletnikoff, the best wide receiver, South Carolina native, Irmo, South Carolina, Dutch folk, standout. Boy, Tennessee wide receiver Jalen Hyatt. Boy, listen. I used to watch that man at Dutch folk. Every time Dutch folk came down to Fort D, they played him in Lower State. Hey, he was there. He was out there shining. And then I don't know how South Carolina didn't offer him. Clemson didn't offer him neither. He only had offers from Tennessee and Virginia Tech. And he was a 4-star wide receiver. And we was just like, how we let him get out the state? And then look at what he did. But look what
Yeah,
he did. He got out the stage. He shined.
Hey, shout out to him, man. Like, he had a good season. Like, he had a couple of games where he popped up on my radar. Like, okay, he kind of balling this week. You know, I was kind of surprised he won this award, though. I mean, I can't really tell you who I thought would have won it, but I was surprised when I saw his name. I was like, okay, for sure. Shout out to him.
Because even so when I heard it, I didn't, because you know, like back in the years past, you'd be like, oh, that's Michael Crabtree Award. Or you'd be like, oh, that's Jordan Addison Award. Or you'd be like, oh, that's DeAndre Hopkins Award. Or you'd be like, you know, you already had your clear cut winners. Like you already knew who the award. Oh, that's Julio Award. Oh no, that's AJ Green Award. You know, stuff like that. I didn't like expect him to win the award. To
like Dez Bryant or whatever. Like when Dez Bryant won, it was like,
yeah.
Like, so like Dez Bryant had so much touchdowns in one season. It's like, oh yeah.
So like when I heard the stats, it was just like he leads all of college football in like 40-yard touchdown receptions, and then he also leads in the 40-yard, just regular 40-yard receptions. He leads them with like 20 something, and I'm just like, dang, he really a big play. He a big play guy. I mean, we saw it at Alabama, and we saw it when they played South Carolina. He still was like, he had like 8 catches for like 100 some yards, and then it was other games he had like 10 catches for like 150 or like 6 catches for like 125. Like he still was a big play receiver. So, and then you know, setting them school records, 6 touchdowns in a game. What else? Catches in a game. His career highs. You know, because Cedric Tillman was their number 1 receiver, and then he got hurt, and then that's when you saw his Alabama game because Cedric didn't play, so we saw his Alabama game, and then the legend of Jalen Hyatt just took off after that.
Right. Man.
We go move on to the next one, the best DB, the Jim Thorpe Award, TCU cornerback. Tre'Vius Hodges Thomason, and that's LT little nephew or something like that.
Oh, I don't know, but he's solid. I watched him, you know, Big 12 football. I watched him, and he's solid, bro. He's a good player, bro. He's a good player, bro. He's solid in coverage. He's real solid in coverage, man. He don't shy away. He don't shy away. He'll get physical with receivers too if need be.
Okay. Hey, the man had the picks. He had the pass defenses. He had the cover skills. He could tackle. The man. This is like an all around corner. You know, I watch some of their games too. So you know, I see when the ball comes his way, hey, he own it. He's like he covers everything. And then even when the ball don't come his way, he's shutting down his side of the field. Like that's him. You don't play with him. Hey, don't throw it over here. He over there.
Right.
And then to wrap it up, we got the coach of the year, TCU, Sonny Dykes. Hey man, he had a magical season this year. Even though they lost in the championship game, hey, his team.
Because you know why? You know why they probably voted? They probably not put their votes in before that game because they thought they would have won. They thought they would have been undefeated.
You know what? Yeah, because you got to have your votes in by like a certain time. And then when they was looking at everything, like they could have gave it to Kirby Smart. They could have, but then you know you got TCU coming from like unranked, moving in the rank.
Yeah, like Georgia was
scale.
Like Georgia started off the season at number 2. I feel like if TCU start off the season unranked, so that's why you get coach of the year, man, because you got to give it to somebody like that. The only team I'd say like Michigan started off was ranked like 10 at the beginning of the season. So, you know, you could make an argument for Harbaugh because people expected them to lose to Ohio State and he kind of beat them down. And then, you know, hindsight is 20/20, but if they make some noise in the playoffs, then people will really be like, damn, we should have voted for Harbaugh. But you got to give it to the TCU coach because TCU kind of came out of nowhere. Nobody had picked them to come out of the Big 12. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when it comes down to that, I like when they give those coaches some love, man. The coaches that that team came out of nowhere. Nobody had TCU in the college football playoff. All the other teams that's in the college football playoff, you could make the argument that somebody around the world said, "Man, yeah, I got Michigan. Oh yeah, I got Ohio State. Oh yeah, I got Georgia." You could make the argument that somebody around the world, even at the very beginning of the season, said, "Hey, Georgia gonna repeat." Or somebody said Ohio State gonna be there. Ain't nobody said TCU. Not one person said TCU. People probably were saying Bama. People probably brought up people bringing up A&M. You know what I'm saying? People probably bringing up USC. USC, they bring up them teams. So for TCU to do that, that coach deserves that, man, because they ain't had no love at the beginning of the season.
None at all.
So,
oh shoot! Tonight the Heisman. So you got Bryce Young, CJ Stroud. No, not Bryce Young. You got CJ Stroud, Max Duggan, Stetson Bennett, and you got Caleb Williams.
So I ain't gonna lie. I will say this: Caleb Williams, I think, is gonna win the award. It would be dope to see Stetson Bennett win that award because he don't get no credit for Georgia's wins. It's kind of like just because you brought up San Francisco earlier, it's kind of like that. You know how people be like, man, San Fran got there in spite of Jimmy G wasn't the reason. But it's like at the end of the day, he's the quarterback. You got to go out on the field and play these games. Like, you can have a bunch of talented people around you, but at a point in time, you got to literally go play the game. You know what I'm saying? And he went out there and played the game. He threw the touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? He called the plays. He commanded the troops. So it would be dope for him to see him win. But once again, Caleb, when they actually bring up the stats, Caleb Williams' stats is just blow all the rest of them out the water. And you know how I feel about Duggan. I think Duggan is the kind of guy I would love to play football with. I love to have on my side. But Caleb Williams, I think, going to take it. CJ Stroud is going to get some votes, though, because people have CJ Stroud as the Heisman. See, people have Bryce Young and CJ Stroud at the beginning of the season. So those people who said, hey, I want to be right because I had him at the beginning of the season will probably still vote for CJ Stroud. But outside of that, Caleb Williams is going to probably run away with it.
But, man, Caleb, it's hard to deny Caleb, but, like, Max, like when you look at the games, and then like even if you don't look at the games, you see the stat line at the end. Oh, he threw for 350, but he had like 12 carries for 110 yards and 2 touchdowns. And when you see he threw for 200, but he ran for 200. So when you see those, you be like, this man do everything. Like he do it all. Like, but being out west and being out in the Pac-12, you can just run air raid and you can just throw
and just rack it up. And I think the thing about Caleb Williams is he got those explosive runs that look good on the like Max Duggan got them runs like what we need is 3rd and 12. I'm gonna get that first down. Caleb Williams got them. I broke a tackle. I'll holler runs. So like those runs look bad. They pop out on your screen like when you watching ESPN and they showing the highlights. They don't show Max Duggan diving for the first down. They show Caleb Williams taking it 60 yards. You know what I'm saying? So those plays gonna resonate in people's mind, and like they gonna be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? But like for us that play football at a point in our lives, we know like that them gritty plays. I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? Like. Those are the plays where your quarterback, boom, he make a play, so you run over there to pick him up first, like, come on, baby, let's go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can get behind that, but I don't know if the voters going to add that into the equation, Like, they going, I feel like when they vote for the Heisman, it's your record and then the stats. It's not really, like, your actual impact on the field, because we know when you start talking about impact on the field, it's a lot of players who should be in the Heisman race there because you know what I'm saying, like even if you don't use Will Anderson just for an example, like his presence on the field commands the double team. He helps that whole defense play because of what they have to do to stop him. So like I don't think the voters are gonna really take that into account. So I think it's Caleb Williams' award to lose. But I feel you on the Max Duggan. I feel that though. I feel it.
Yeah. All right, man. We going on 40 minutes. I think that's a wrap. I think we got it all. I think we got it. Hey, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the whole Going for the Gusto. James, Frog, Sam, me, you. Man, we really come a long way from this our 20th. This our 21st episode. Yeah, man. We really came a long way just from a dream. Like, hey, man. Hey, guys. I want to start a podcast. Let's get together. Shout out to you. The creator, the founder. We just here, we're trying to bring that dream to life. It's been an amazing ride so far. We got over 100 subscribers. We strive to get better each and every day, man. We just want to thank all the viewers that's in the comments, that's giving us likes, that gives us feedback. When we ask for it, even when we don't ask for it, so we can continue to improve, to continue to get better at what we do. Would you any last remarks?
Man, no, that's well said, man. Like, we're very thankful, man. Shout out to the whole squad, man, for everybody, y'all who couldn't be here. Everybody got, obligations and stuff that we all trying to do. But, we love doing this, man. Subscribers, y'all give us life, man. Y'all give us life, I light up when I get to see comments, man. When I get to see likes, I get excited. I'm ready to make the next episode, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready to get on here, chop it up with the fellas, man. And so we just like to say thank you, man, and we appreciate everything.
Yeah, man. Hey, with that being said, hey, it's college football Saturday.